It is I, the man.
And it is I, the Pud.
Yep, good enough. It's Royal Rumble 2005.
You thought we were dead.
You did. You likely did. You were right.
But like Ultra Kane, we combined and became a grand new entity. Now Tucker has the power.
I do now have the power.
Record and to show you his face.
I do now have the power to do many things. I have 2 monitors now. It sucks. I keep looking over here at myself. I just have to minimize that and look here because you guys are here and you can see me. You can't see Puddy.
You could,
You can't.
But the last time we did that,
I forbid it.
It received negative feedback. So we
What? You got negative feedback? That's terrible.
No, I think the video didn't do very well. But that could have been equally.
I thought you meant somebody commented and was like, "Oh, send the troll away." What the fuck am I looking at? I want to watch the spreadsheet. What the fuck?
Whoa, Tucker! No need to project onto your commenters there, okay? Just because you know. The Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble 05.
Would you say, Tucker, this is your favorite pay-per-view to book in TW?
It's up there.
Might be controversial then. I've had to strong-arm Tucker out of some booking positions tonight.
Manias are a fun one because you can kind of just do random joke angles and it's fine because it's WrestleMania. The Rumble's up there though, especially how we do Royal Rumbles. They're a lot of fun. I gotta make sure I have that up on the other screen and I don't forget it. Yeah, I think
We're
Rumble's
going to be live on Bell TV, Canal Set, Dish Mexico, Fox Sports Australia, Kabel Deutschland, Media Set, Mega Cable, Sky Sports Box Office UK, Sky Prima Fila, Time Warner Cable, and Wow Wow.
I believe that's wow. Or maybe it's
Wow.
wow.
So tonight, our matches, as we usually go through, kicking off with Booker T versus Doug Basham in a Chavo Guerrero's contract on a pole match. This has been a slow burner. How did it start, Tucker?
That's a good fucking question. So Chavo Guerrero and Edge were teaming for a while. They won the tag team titles, I think.
Multiple times, I think.
Multiple times. There you go. And eventually, Chavo got a world title match, right, at the Survivor Series.
Yes, he did.
He lost.
He did.
Then he got another one, but under one caveat. That if Chavo was to lose, he would join John Bradshaw Layfield's cabinet.
As its title bearer.
As his title bearer. He'd steal poor Jimmy Yang's job.
Although in the end, it turned out that Jimmy Yang had Stockholm Syndrome. And that Jimmy Yang, once Chavo had become the title bearer, got promoted.
Yeah. Sucks when that happens, doesn't it? Yes, and so Edge, his tag team partner, who is also in a match tonight, a very important match, went about, let's go, resolving the situation one way. Well, Booker T took it another. He had slowly been getting into these back and forths with different members of the cabinet until he organized a militia and assaulted the
JBL building.
The JBL building. Yikes. It's all right.
The security just let him in.
The security just fucking let him in. I don't know. It's terrible. What are we paying for?
If that was a Raw superstar, would have never happened like that.
Exactly. I hate to think what would have happened if it was a Raw superstar instead of a SmackDown superstar.
Booker T stole Chavo Guerrero from the JBL building, and the next week on SmackDown, JBL demanded his property back. And so this match was made. Booker T versus Chavo Guerrero's most recent tag team partner, the Bashman, Doug Basham.
Bam, bam, bam.
Boom, boom, boom. For Chavo Guerrero's contract, which is up on a pole.
Yeah, it's good times.
Chavo Guerrero, we've also learned, is going to be suspended in the shark cage above the ring.
You went with that, huh? You did.
I mean, I'm open. Look, this is a fictional universe in which we can speak reality from our words. If you would like to change that, I'm open.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I
All
like
right.
him being in a shark cage above the ring. It's just
Good,
weird.
because I've already bought the shark cage. You couldn't have changed.
Excellent, excellent. Our second match you can see there, as I mentioned earlier, Edge versus John Bradshaw Layfield. This is for the WWE World's Championship, World's Heavyweight Championship.
The WWE Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, yeah, I forget what the fuck it's called. The names are confusing as fuck to me. Yes, it's the WWE Heavyweight Championship, not the World Heavyweight Championship. This is happening.
Okay, so I believe Edge won the
things.
number one contenders match with Booker T. I believe
Yes,
that happened.
No, it was a one-on-one. Yes, it was Edge Booker.
Yeah, and then Edge is gonna win. He wants to win the title. He's been a strong competitor.
Yeah, I think Edge seeks to free Chavo also if he wins tonight.
He said that, but Booker has proven there are more direct ways to do that.
It's true. You could just, raise a militia and attack a Capitol building. Oh, sorry, JBL. I mean, sorry, I do a
The Intercontinental Championship is also on the line tonight, as Billy Kidman has suffered a run of bad luck in terms of finding an opponent. First of all, the former champion Christian took his ball and went home.
He's gone,
and we haven't heard from him in months. And then his would-be number one contender Andrew Test Martin pissed hot, and if there's one man that is attracted to the scene of a drug addict like no other, it is Bill Regal. And he showed up willing to take on the mantle of Test and challenge for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, he won a fatal four-way on one of these Raws.
With a Tajiri.
Yeah, I did like Tajiri. Probably the Hurricane.
Maybe Matt Hardy.
Maybe. Matt Morgan might have been in there.
Could have been.
Renee
Very easily
Dupree, maybe. I don't know.
That's the guy that could be in there, yeah.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
Of course, we have the Royal Rumble match, which has so many intricacies. We can't really cover them. We'll talk about that more in the show. But, controversially, and much to Tucker's dismay, I have convinced him that tonight's main event should be Ultra Kane versus Triple H. Now, there's not much to say on this storyline that you haven't seen already. Last show, we saw the birth of Ultra Kane. I think we're all concerned and we're all scared, but there's one man willing to tackle the monster. It's the world's champion. It's the game, the Ultra Game, some may say. Triple H. It's a clash of the titans. It's the greatest pro wrestler in pro wrestling today versus the greatest supernatural threat in the history of the company. It's Ultra Kane versus Ultra Game. It's our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who will be the world champion going into WrestleMania?
Nice. I like it. You got anything else?
No.
All right. What the fuck? Yeah, we're here.
Wait, have I missed something?
No, I just that was just very weird. I don't know why it was so weird. Okay. We are in Fresno, California, in the Save Mart Center. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
The performance of Triple H was fantastic.
Everybody, welcome to Royal Rumble 2005.
It's all about the numbers.
Number one, number two, number three.
And now Raw and SmackDown presents the WWE Royal Rumble.
With music from, I don't know, whoever the fuck.
Rey Mysterio.
With music from Rey Mysterio.
I don't even think that's wrong. I think that's actually correct.
I know WCW did that a lot, where they had Ray and Conan's music as the actual thing. There's a chance it could just be Ray. I don't know, but
I think Ray definitely did one at some point in this era because we were looking at it at some point.
we were, weren't we? But yes, this is your big video package tonight. The Rumble. You already kind of did it. Meet our announcers. Would you like?
Is there any explanation needed for any of these guys?
No, I don't think so. I think these are all pretty straightforward. You've got our blue people comms, our red people comms. Oh, yikes!
No.
Our look. All right, we're just gonna move on. All right, that one scared me. I won't lie. We're just gonna move on. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Women.
I forgot that was happening.
Jerry Lawler at the end of that segment is excited to announce that we will be kicking off with some women. And speaking of kicking, the greatest kicker in the history of the women's sport, it's Trish Stratus.
The greatest kicker. She plays her role well. Yeah, she kicks Jackie in the face.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Yeah, okay. So Kurt Angle and Carlito, they draw their balls.
And they're giving some smirks to Eric Bischoff, some nudges. And Eric's looking at them with that face he's got in that picture.
Yeah, for those unacquainted,
It's a good time.
Kurt Angle and Carlito had made it clear that if either one of them, more importantly Kurt, but I guess if either one of them won the Royal Rumble, they would be jumping ship from SmackDown onto Raw after their petition to get Teddy Long fired failed, I guess. I don't remember. I think Teddy Long just said, "Fuck your petition." That was pretty much it.
Yep, sounds good.
Yep. What are their reactions to their balls? God fucking what are the reactions to their numbers?
Carlito looks aghast as Apple falls out of his slack jaw.
Oh my!
As he's not very happy. Whereas Kurt Angle is mildly content,
Nice.
maybe even happy.
Oh,
Kurt Angle gives Eric a wide smile, and Teddy doesn't look happy. Carlito performed poorly in that segment.
a limousine pulls up. A woman gets out, but we can't see who it is. The cameraman is not even remotely near the shot. What is happening? We switch cameras, and we just see Tori Wilson leaving. She was obviously the woman who had come out of the limousine. But what's up with that camera? And the one camera turns to meet the other camera, and wait a minute, that's not a normal WWE camera. That's Funaki! Funaki says, "Fuck, missed the shot." Number one interviewer, not number one cameraman.
He runs off.
He runs off. He literally just drops the camera and sprints away.
Yes.
Yes. Funaki has been hounding Tori Wilson and Chris Jericho ever since Chris Jericho was partially responsible, him and JBL, for the disappearance of The Undertaker. Funaki's been trying to get words with either Tori and or Chris to try to, just even talk about what happened. People, they want some closure on this. The Undertaker's just gone. And
in an event that has been dubbed by the internet as Heelmas 2004.
It was beautiful. What a beautiful day. But it's Funaki, so we're probably never going to find out.
Yeah, the rights of knowledge are in the hands of number one interviewer Funaki.
Yeah, we're
former WWE Cruiserweight Tag Team Champion.
Hell yeah. Moving on. It's Booker T and it's Edge.
Yeah, Booker T goes backstage to Edge and he said, we've had different approaches over the last month, but we're here now and we've both got jobs to do tonight. And I want you to know I'm rooting for you, Cracker.
My brain did not fully process that you had chose to say it a second time. Like, now that we're actually recording, I was just like, oh, wow, yeah, you actually, wow. Yes, Booker T and Edge both have jobs. Well,
They are working hard.
For money.
Edge benefited from having a hot new catchphrase, even though he didn't say it.
Well, it certainly did. All right.
All right, yeah. I mean, I don't know how to
break
feel
this
about
down. This is your masterpiece,
Oh,
buddy.
absolutely.
Sink
So early
your
on,
fingers into it.
Billy Kidman is hype. He's out of the blocks flying. It's a big 4 pay-per-view opportunity for the People's Champion. And he does a springboard flip of some kind, and Regal dodges out of the way. And he lands, and his knee buckles. And for the next 10 minutes, we get Dirty Bill Regal working over that knee. Submission hold. Little fire comeback spots broken up by William Regal. But in these last 5 minutes, we start to see the babyface come back on. Billy Kidman, punch, kick, off the ropes, clothesline. He's doing it. He's building it back up. Billy Kidman's about to shock the world again.
Yay.
He goes for the shooting star press. Regal dodges out of the way, but Billy is smart enough to stop himself and land on his feet. But that damn knee breaks. And
He
William
breaks?
Regal, metaphorically.
Right? Just snap. Like, oh.
And Regal
my.
sees his opportunity as he rolls Kidman up into a cradle. And
Has him in the cradle and quickly pulls out brass knuckles and punches him in the face with the brass knuckles as he's cradled. Bang! He's kicking out now.
And he wins the Intercontinental title.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
William Regal.
Took Puddy basically like 2 weeks to recover Regal from Doink. So, how much damage did I really do, huh?
Well, you say that, but you know what's next for him. I don't know if this is a recovery.
I do. Oh yeah. WrestleMania has begun. What is...
Yeah, so we see a weird scene. Ancient Rome. A gladiator's arena. People are dying and being killed as the crowd cheers for blood. And then we zoom across the helmets of the fallen warriors. They're brass, shining in the sun, and the camera pans upwards across a muscular and blood-soaked body of a still standing gladiator, and we see that brass helmet on the back, etched into it. It says WrestleMania 21. The gladiator turns and takes off the helmet and says, "Give me a hell yeah!" And then the camera pans backwards to reveal the logo for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. And tells you how long it is until it comes out and where you can buy tickets.
Some number of days. Yep.
Adequate badass gimmick there for Steve Austin.
Yeah, I noted that. I was like, right, okay. Yeah. Is up next to the Booker T. Doug Basham match? I can
How many
speak.
angles? No, it wouldn't. No, it's not. I think that's the next match, but we've got this first.
Oh, yes. Regal's got to sip some tea. Comes backstage. He's done it. He's victorious. Time for some special celebration tea. I don't fucking know.
In the interview area, yeah.
Yeah. Amy Weber is there, for that is her domain. She's like perched in a corner. Eric Bischoff walks in, looks at Regal, and says, "Yeah. You know what, Regal, I was watching out there. I like that. You and Billy Kidman really... I mean... Well... It was fine, alright?
It was a good match.
Yeah. But, controversy is a little lacking in controversy. So... let's be controversial, shall we? Not only was your match that just happened for the Intercontinental Championship, but it's also for this. And Eric holds out. It's a ball. It's for the Royal Rumble. It's got a number in it. And he says, "It's yours." Okay, bye. I'm like, how does Eric leave? He just leaves. Eric tosses it to him and nopes the fuck out.
I like it.
Oh, this is all you.
All right, you don't want to touch this one. This is all me.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Kenzo and Big Show are backstage eating massive bowls of sushi as Kenzo tells Big Show that this is his special Royal Rumble sushi that he had brewed.
No, it's the Royal Rumble ramen, Puddy. My God, it's right in the title.
I thought you didn't want anything to do with this time. It's a special Royal Rumble ramen that he had brewed and aged for 20 years for this, the prodigical Royal Rumble 2005. And that Big Show, it's going to have the stamina he needs for what he's going to do tonight. Which was like, whoa, what do you mean, shell a bunch of sushi? And then there's a little crack as Big Show's biting down into it. And he pulls from his jaw a broken plastic ball with a little piece of paper in it. And he looks at it, he's like, Kenzo, this is a Royal Rumble number. Kenzo nods. And Big Show's like, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm just a sushi merchant.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Up, taps Big Show on the chest and says, you are not just sushi merchant. You are pro wrestler. Big Show's eyes widen. He clutches the paper in his fist. He smiles at his sushi master and nods. And then Kenzo reaches into his sushi and pulls out a ball and says, so am I. And takes the number out himself.
Contract on a pole, right?
Yes, this is contract on a pole. Can confirm.
Will Chavo be free? Oh my God, Doug.
Oh my God!
Doug! Doug! Holy shit. Yeah, Booker T wins.
Partly by a scissor kick. I swear that this was a item retrieval match, but hey.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's a pole match. Yeah, in a pole match by pinfall with the scissors. Wait! Does that mean like they just beat each other with poles? They're just like whack, whack, whack. It's just, I don't fucking know then.
Booker T versus Doug Basham just got a 90.
Yeah.
Hold on, you stay on this. It was a car crash too? Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. They fucking went out there and just threw each other through shit. They just did whack each other with poles.
I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this.
Yeah.
I think maybe I post this in the old wrestling Discord. Let's revive.
Big Doug.
Doug Basham is
He did
ready.
it. Doug Basham just secured his, like, 07 velocity run. He did it.
Dude, he secured more than that with this match. Come on.
He just secured a fucking U.S. title run. Get out of here, Orlando. This is Doug's time.
It's Billy Kidman levels right here.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Billy Kidman levels of carryability.
All right.
That's not carryability. That's carryability.
True. All right. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Chavo's free. Here's JBL.
JBL shows up in a much larger limo with a bunch of horns on it, right next to the other limo that Tori got out. He gets out, kind of chuckles, and what does he say to Orlando Jordan?
Mine's bigger.
Yeah, it is, boss. Hey, have you seen Chavo?
Have you seen Chavo?
Well said.
Wow.
I tell you who has seen Chavo. Booker T, who is apparently God.
Booker is God. He takes Chavo to the drawing room and draws many pictures about the horrors that happened while he was in captivity with the cabinet. And then Booker T takes Chavo to the drawing room where they draw their numbers for the Royal Rumble.
And Chavo is very pleased. And then Booker will look at Chavo's number and then look at his own number and then just say, damn.
What the hell?
What the hell, Teddy?
What the hell?
What the hell, Teddy Guerrero?
Teddy Guerrero. Fucking with me, Teddy Guerrero. I don't know why the fuck he became Yogi Bear, but you fucking with me, Teddy Guerrero? Speaking of Teddy Guerrero, here he is.
Ah, yes. So Val Venus walks in and pulls 3 balls from the drawer. And Teddy says, listen here, Eric, player, I don't know what kind of banana republic you got going over there on Raw, letting your superstars draw 3 balls. Look at him. Look at that man. He's got 3 balls right now. Val Venus says, hey, look, Teddy, it's a recognized medical condition. Ladies, he looks at the 2 women in the corner, listed on the American Medical Journal. And I don't appreciate you being ableist here in my workplace. Now, if you excuse me, I got to prepare myself for the Royal Rumble. And Eric gives him a smile and a nod, and he leaves. This is, of course, following off on perhaps an angle you should explain from Raw.
Oh, he was asked to get the numbers by Ric Flair. Is that it?
All right.
Did I do it?
That's reasonable to me.
I did it. Oh, I didn't realize this was right now. We could have built that, but it did really good. JBL's really good.
I mean, really good. I mean, it was like Doug Basham level.
Doug Basham, good. Yeah, so fairly back and forth, I want to say, we call it. Like, pretty close. JBL's power advantage is pretty distinct, which, I mean, Edge isn't a tremendous technical wrestler. He's not a high flyer. He doesn't really brawl. He brawls fine, not like tremendous.
He has a hot new move.
He does. What is that hot new move? Do we remember?
I think it's his weird DDT he's got.
Right, yeah, his weird DDT. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think Edge was ready for this.
Got kind of exposed here as being a bit beyond his level, I think.
Yeah, because like JBL, as much as he's a weaselly, cowardly, terrible man, the dude can fight like pretty good still, and like, yeah, I don't know if Edge was ready for this.
Maybe if it was Booker T, would have been a different story.
Clothesline from Hell, 1, 2, 3.
And still.
Just feels wrong. Yeah, and after the match, JBL takes the microphone and announces that it has been 1 year. 1 year to the day. Well, that's not probably true, but 1 year to the day in wrestling terms. That John Bradshaw Layfield began his exodus of excellence. His one great ride, if you will. The day he beat Brock Lesnar to win his first ever WWE Heavyweight Championship. It was here at the Royal Rumble 1 year ago. And now look at how much has changed. I found the money. I got the gold. And I've got my cabinet. It is undeniable. Completely unavoidable. John Bradshaw Layfield is the greatest WWE Heavyweight Champion there ever darn well was. And you can take that to the bank. And he can pull out a cigar and smoke in the middle of the ring and probably get us a whole bunch of fines, but whatever. That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Hell yeah.
You go ahead.
Sure. So Val will give Rick a ball. Rick will give Batista a ball. And he'll say, you know, Rick, you're right. You are always looking out for me, he says, as he looks at the number and seems quite pleased. I was wrong about you. You're not a distraction. You've given me all the tools I need to succeed. I don't want to leave you behind. Will you be there for me tonight at ringside? And Rick's like, hell yeah, Dave. I'll always be there for you. And then Dave will leave. And Rick will turn back to Val and say, I knew I could count on you after all we've been through. I knew you'd give us the best number you could. And Val's like, yeah, the best number. Anyway, you enjoy your match, champ. He shouts down the corridor and then taps Rick on the shoulder and says, see you around.
Rick's like, neither of us have belts. The fuck? Yeah. All right, cool. We're in my territory now. Hell yeah. So, this is, so Shelton Benjamin, he's like shadow boxing, you know what I mean? He's jumping up and down. He's getting ready, all right? He's getting prepped, and Charlie Haas is beside him. And he says, tonight, 30 men are going to 30 men, 29 other men, Shelton kind of already knows, are going to discover the one thing that everybody seems to forget around here. And it's that Shelton Benjamin is a badass. Bigger opponents, smaller opponents, it doesn't matter. He can grapple with the best. He can fly with the rest. The gold standard is the gold standard for a reason. He won 2 different championships on the same night. Now, not saying his luck's going to be good or it's going to be bad, but no matter where Shelton Benjamin comes in tonight at the Royal Rumble, you know he has what it takes to go more than all the way. Yeah. Man, I need to work on ending promos. Jesus, I can't find my way out of them. Up next, it's the fucking FBI. That's not. What the fuck is that? What the?
Wait, Tucker, find the little Italian inside of you.
Spaghetti. You understand something here? All right. Tonight, it's another big night for the FBI. All right. We got our belts. Me and Tony do. I know these 2 big guys, they did it. They took on what I asked them to do. And that was to do something. And sure as hell they've done something. They found their way into the Royal Rumble, and judging by what we've got here, and looking at 2 balls, I think when the night's over, we're gonna be eating good. Never mind, I don't know. God fucking damn it.
And then he takes the butcher's cleaver he has, and he slices the balls open, and he gives the numbers to his boy.
Oh my. Okay, yeah, sure, he does that.
Some cinematic camera angle as he takes the knife and he holds it up, and the camera just is looking up at him, who's about to bring the cleaver down on the camera, and then it pans out and you realize he's cut the ball open. He hasn't killed anyone.
We switch back to where the 2 limos are parked outside.
Yep.
And seemingly a private plane lands in the background. And Taz and Cole are like, the fuck is going on? Jim, Jerry, you guys know anything about this? This is a Raw thing? This is a Raw thing, obviously. I just don't have it on my notes. And JR's like, no.
I don't know, JR. No. That plane sure looks familiar.
Taz says, I think this is good.
Guess we're gonna have to find
very
out.
Optimistic of you, partner. I think this is good. Yeah, there's a plane. I don't know what the fuck that means.
We might find out, or we might not.
We might not. I don't even know. Yeah. Do you have anything for these 2 to say?
Chris Benoit. I think Eddie Guerrero is going to look annoyed as he puts tape on his fists, and then Chris Benoit, stern to the camera, is going to go, over the last year we have been looked down upon, we have been looked over, but we have been 2 of the most successful people in this company, both world heavyweight champions, now world tag team champions. Tonight, another opportunity to be the best in the world. One of us is going to take it. It's going to be me, Chris Benoit.
Wow, Benoit's just like, it's me. It's definitely me.
I'm going to go back to back. I'm going to headline WrestleMania. I didn't win last year.
Yeah,
That was an
didn't go-
alternate
yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Eddie's last year it was Eddie. This year it's going to be me. And I'm going to beat Ultra Kane or Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship and take what is mine.
Nice. And finally. Oh, not finally.
Tori Wilson promises that tonight in the Royal Rumble, you're going to see something big. And she should know because she likes small men. And finally. The camera, it's different than anything else. It's zoomed in on the back of Shawn Michaels' jacket, which of course has a big-ass Heartbreak Kid logo. And we zoom out very slowly. And he says, "So, let me get this straight. I went into this year thinking to myself that this would be the one. This would be the final opportunity. WrestleMania. I was gonna figure it out. I was gonna win the belt, and I would go to WrestleMania, and I'd fight whoever, and tear the whole fucking thing down. But I didn't win the Elimination Chamber. Mostly because I wasn't in it. He was in it. Yeah.
Something's going on around here, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But at the exact same time, I'm exactly sure what it is. These new faces that keep popping up around. They're intimidated by me, and I understand that. I'm Shawn Michaels, damn it. I'm Shawn Michaels. So I said to myself, what's the next best thing you can do, Shawn? And it was win the Royal Rumble. It was right there. All that's left to do is for Triple H to hold up his end of the bargain. To hold his title all the way to WrestleMania just so I could strike him down and take it for myself. And that starts tonight. And when I had drawn my ball and I had read that big number 30, I knew finally it was time. My destiny had arrived. WrestleMania 21, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, World Heavyweight Championship. And then it was taken from me. And I'm no longer number 30. I'm number 1. Joke's on you. I've won from number 1 before. And I'll do it again. There's so much hype around the drawing of these numbers. There's so much going into this match. You know the pre-tapes we've got with the numbers? Everybody's so obsessed with them. Not me. You know, I'm going to be 40 this year. 40. I try to think back on my career, and it just doesn't seem like it. Sure, I lost a year or two here and there with my back, but I feel as good as ever. And then it dawned on me, Shawn, you idiot. You've won from number 1 before. The numbers don't mean anything. It's all up to pure talent and skill. And the Heartbreak Kid has both the talent and the skill to go all night.
Then he has 100% power of will.
He does, and he winks to the camera because he's Shawn Michaels. And then his theme goes, "Oh, Shawn!"
And it's time
for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
We're doing it from here, this screen?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So number 1, it's Shawn Michaels.
The Heartbreak Kid
Makes his way down the ring.
He's going to have to go through 29 other superstars. And like he said, he has done it before. But I don't want to throw any shade on what the company was 10 years ago. But you look at the talent in this Rumble tonight. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Booker T, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, Randy Orton. Some of the greatest world champions in the last 2 or 3 years. We're not talking about old world champions. We're not talking about guys who were world champions 5, 6 years ago. You look at them. There are multiple world championships in the last year. They are at the top of their game. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, great pro wrestlers at the top of their game. Shawn Michaels is going to have to do something incredible if he is going to win this match, because I think this is the most stacked Royal Rumble in history, and he's going to go through all of them.
And I think something that you brought up, which is interesting, is the fact that, yeah, Shawn's talking about his 1995 Royal Rumble win, where he won from number one. That was 10 years ago. If you look at the level of competition around this company, from top to bottom, 95 to 2005, the WWE didn't even have enough people to fill an entire Royal Rumble. We were using workers from some fucking Mexican company, but, you know, I don't know the name, so I can't keep character, so whatever. But when you look at this Royal Rumble, I assure you, everybody here tonight is part of this company and is a legitimate world-class performer. And Shawn Michaels might think it's...
Doink the Clown.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that... Okay, 28 of the 29 other men are legitimate competitors, all right? They are legitimate, they are world-class, they're here for a reason, and that's to win. It's the same reason Shawn Michaels here with.
Talking of winners, number 2, we're looking at a former cruiserweight champion, Jamie Noble.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the first time these two have locked eyes. It's the first time they've locked eyes.
Well, Jamie's a short guy. I don't think
they're not locking eyes. But it's the first time
don't let his size fool you. He's a top competitor, and he hasn't had the best couple months, but he is a former cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie is qualified.
It's SmackDown versus Raw to kick us off.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So up next is another cruiserweight. Another
they
former
fight.
Cruiserweight champion.
They fight real good.
Another former cruiserweight champion, perhaps one with a little bit more respect internationally than Jamie Noble. It is, of course, Tajiri, who was a competitor in the Elimination Chamber less than a month ago.
Tajiri comes in and immediately mists Jamie Noble in the eyes.
Oh yeah, these two have history.
He can't see. Jamie Noble can hold.
Blind, Todd.
He just screams out, "I am blind, Shawn." I'm blind, Shawn. He says. Jamie Noble falls to the mat and tries to figure out where he is, but he's just flopping on the ground basically like a fish. And Shawn moves his attention to his new foe, Jamie Noble. Not Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble's on the ground. Tajiri. Maybe Shawn can dodge some mist attack. I don't know. Maybe he can kick Tajiri in the face and the mist goes up in the air very cinematically. Ooh, I like that. Gives him a super kick and the mist goes up in the air. Shawn's looking pretty good pretty early. One man's blind. One man's already been given a super kick. I guess bring on number 4. Whatever. Shawn's kind of just
I mean, he's been doing pretty good, but all due respect to the two competitors, we are talking about a massive weight differential here. But Shawn's
massive.
about to compete with one of the greatest heavyweights of the last year. Some might argue Wrestler of the Year 2004, although I think Rey Mysterio took that spot. Maybe number 4 is a close second. Eddie Guerrero, main event at WrestleMania last year. Huge, top-class competitor, WWE World Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, this is big. I don't think Eddie and Shawn have really met one-on-one before.
Well, when Eddie was towards the top last year, Shawn was on SmackDown. So they were separated during that kind of peak.
Yeah, and then they both kind of took turns going at Triple H at different times. But, well, they're here now. And maybe Eddie can just go right to work. Maybe he just throws a blinded Jamie Noble over, because
I think that's fair. He's blind.
He is blind. Maybe Eddie even throws over Tajiri. He's been kicked in the face. I mean, he's maybe also blind. Who knows?
All right. Well, that just leaves Shawn and Eddie.
It's just Shawn and Eddie. Shawn.
Just as we think we're about to get a confrontation, we are interrupted by Kenzo Suzuki, who owns the House of Sushi.
He does, and Shawn and Eddie probably shouldn't double team Kenzo, because we don't hate Kenzo, but
Kenzo is on SmackDown.
They are going to double team him.
But I don't think Eddie actually gives a solitary shit about Raw.
That's true. He doesn't.
Yeah.
These three legends exchange blows. Kenzo with his punches. I'm sure he punches. I'm sure he does. Man, you got any spots here? Lord.
You threw two people out, so it's kind of quiet in there.
It is. It's just Kenzo fighting people.
Maybe Eddie and Shawn can have turns fighting Kenzo. They're looking at each other like we should go at it soon, but we gotta preserve our energy.
Ooh, maybe.
Go ahead.
Maybe Shawn gets some momentum against Kenzo. Hits a flying forearm. Does the kip up. He's feeling himself. It's early on, and Eddie kind of sees it, and he's like, "Oh, so you're fucking feeling yourself?" Okay. Eddie then lifts up Kenzo, Three Amigos, and does his thing, with the hands.
There's a building tension, but then they both kind of recognize that it would take a lot of their energy to go after each other. Maybe they should sit back and let
just beat the shit out of Kenzo.
Yeah, I mean they don't have much time to beat the shit out of Kenzo because WWE's most prominent freedom fighter is coming in at number 6.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Another former world champion, 5 times to be specific, Booker T, who's already picked up 1 W tonight.
He has. He gets in the ring. He could. Does he have... never mind. He didn't interact with Shawn very much with his time on SmackDown. Booker T can go after Eddie.
Sure.
Because Eddie was there when Booker got moved to SmackDown. And that's a traumatic period in his life.
Speaking of traumatic periods.
Wow, Royal Rumble 05 is a fucking doozy.
Speaking of traumatic periods, up next is the turncoat himself,
Carlito, who walks to the ring, chewing an apple, and does so very, very leisurely. He's not in a rush to get in that ring. I'll tell you that much.
When he does, though, I think he should be met by a super kick.
Apple goes up in the air.
Apple goes up in the air.
Repeat the spot. Hey.
Carlito retreats to the corner where he can catch some breath.
Yeah, he's like, shit, okay, God,
Jesus. As we're starting to fill up now, and Booker, Kenzo, Eddie, we can start to split out into these guys who are trying to throw guys over the top, and they should clearly be able to do it easily, but they just can't for some reason. Yeah, that kind of middle of the Rumble spot.
Yeah, the oh man, all these people are just unintelligibly just kind of pushing each other for no reason. Like, it's like, okay. I guess that brings out number 8.
Number 8, yeah. Who is the super athlete?
The super athlete himself. Mark
From
Jindrak.
Super SmackDown. Mark Jindrak. Who runs to the ring and everyone's like, oh, he's going to clear house. And then he goes and joins one of those spots.
Yeah, he just kind of starts pushing on people and everybody's like, oh. And that's it. It's just a couple more minutes of pushing.
Yep.
Like, it's like, oh, that was disappointing. Speaking of disappointing.
I'm the coach.
Number 9. It's Jonathan Coachman. Flashback to Raw at some point. The members of the World's Greatest Tag Team draw their numbers. Charlie Haas's is taken by Coachman.
Well, actually, it's Shelton's that's taken by Coachman after Charlie swaps with Shelton because Charlie had a better number.
Right. Yes. So it's Coachman.
It's Jonathan Coachman.
It's Jonathan Coachman, and he just walks to the ring. He's like, "Oh fuck, what have I gotten myself into?" Coach realizes in the ring is like Booker T, Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels. Mark Jindrak's a pretty big guy. He's like, I could probably take Carlito. Kenzo actually is pretty buff.
Question: have you did you change who was getting who was eliminating Coachman versus who was it's the same person?
I believe so. Yes.
I like that, but I have another spot.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead then.
No. Coachman's going to be eliminated by the same guy, but it's going to be much later. So just keep him in for a while.
Sure.
Even if maybe we could even actually, I have a spot here. So Coachman gets in. He's really confused. He's really scared. He gets super kicked in the face.
Shawn's just throwing him out tonight. bang, bang.
Yeah, another super kick in the face, and then Coachman will like unconsciously roll under the bottom rope, and the camera will just pick up as he unconsciously rolls under the ring.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the move. That's the move.
Yeah. Speaking of the movements, as another superstar enters.
Number 10. Vive la France? I don't know. It's Rene Dupree.
The French announce team go crazy as their stablemate. Rene Gascoigne.
They're waving little French flags. They're like, bang it. Like, here he comes. Yeah, Rene gets in the ring. And just starts, like, punching people. Like, he's just punching people. It's fucking weird.
Oof.
He's like, and they're pretty impactful too. Like, Mark Jindrak's a big man, and Rene goes up to him, gives him a shot in the gut, an uppercut to the face, and Jindrak's just flat on his back. What the hell was that? That was concerning. And you know, he tries to go and do the exact same thing to Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie's a little bit smarter than Mark, so Eddie is able to duck, and he very quickly wrestles Rene down to the ground, and I don't know, starts working the knee or something.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like Rene...
Kill the excitement. Kill it. Bring it back down. Relax, everybody.
It looks like Rene Dupree is a house on fire, and it looks like nobody's going to be able to stop him. But just then, we are introduced to our nightly dose of basic thugonomics.
Hell yeah. No, it's not. It is still. Is it still basic thugonomics? Did we decide this?
Well, in real life, it didn't change for a couple more months.
Oh, okay. Then yes, it will still be basic thugonomics. John Cena comes out in a what's Fresno near?
One of the big big California cities, like LA or San Francisco.
Yeah, I need to know which one. It's very important for the sake.
All right, I'll find
for the sake of the lore. It's very important. John Cena can maybe no, I don't. He's past wrapping himself to the ring. That's he's past that.
It's like pretty far away from anything. Like, I guess the closest would be San Jose.
It doesn't have a sports team.
San Francisco.
San Francisco, we can do. Yep, we can do a 2005. Fuck.
It's actually. I think it's actually
Sacramento.
Well, it's equal distance away from San Fran, Sacramento, and LA. It's kind of in the middle of all three.
Easy enough. We're rocking a fucking 2004 5 on his own now. Kobe Bryant jersey. Good enough.
Hell yeah.
Good job, Cena. Who is in the
come
ring
down,
now.
Come down, give an FU to Rene Dupree, and toss him over.
I agree.
Okay, there you go. And then there's an interesting and electric stare down between John Cena and Eddie Guerrero.
Whoa.
Very different kinds of rebellion figures.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is weird. We've never seen these two against each other, have we?
No, I don't think. I think John Cena maybe was kept away from Eddie when he was on SmackDown because John was still in the lower card.
Yeah.
But these two are going to go at it. I think it's a brawl, good old fashioned brawl.
Get some chop spots in there from Eddie. Eddie can mark up Cena's chest real fucking early.
You get that impression that Eddie likes to give sometimes, that while he is a kind of rebellious figure, when he wants to, he can definitely embody a sort of establishment vibe. He's the old guard.
A little bit, especially here against Cena. Yeah, the two of them are going at it. We've got Shawn and Carlito going at it. Kenzo's trying to lift up the knocked out body of Mark Jindrak. Rene Dupree knocked him out. He can't. Kenzo's just an average man, and Mark Jindrak's a really big man. So, unfortunately,
speaking of average men, Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown comes to the ring, laughing. He has a spray bottle. He climbs in the ring and sprays Mark Jindrak in the face. And Mark Jindrak gets up and immediately locks eyes with Kenzo. And Kenzo's like, oh fuck, oh no, hell no. Rolls out of the ring. Jindrak rolls out of the ring after him and chases him around ringside. All while Doink sits in the ring, flops on his back, starts kicking his legs and laughing. Fuck Doink the Clown. He is the worst.
Eventually, they get back into the ring, and we devolve into more of the can't quite get people over the rope spot. The countdown begins. Well,
At number 13, it's the Big Show.
he struts down to the ring with all that sushi in him. He runs up. He throws Doink the Clown over the top rope. He looks around. He sees that Jonathan Coachman has just recovered and rolled into the ring. He punches Jonathan Coachman in the face.
Damn!
Jonathan Coachman rolls out of the ring again.
I love it.
And then he looks at Kenzo, and Kenzo gives him he makes a heart with his fingers, and Big Show nods and says, I know now what I must do. And Kenzo's eyes go wide, and Big Show grabs Kenzo and throws him over the top rope. Betrayal.
Terrible. Terrible. My heart is broken. We resume with the pushy for a little while, if you will. Big Show kind of takes turns moving from person to person, laying people out.
Have you noted who's been eliminated, by the way?
I have not, but I kind of know.
You should definitely write it down so we don't forget.
No, I know who's still here and who isn't. It's
right.
currently Shawn, Eddie, Carlito, Jindrak, Coach is under the ring, Cena, Big Show.
Hold on, I'm deleting. Tell me who's been eliminated, and I'm going to write it down.
Okay, Noble's gone.
Yep.
Tajiri's gone.
Tajiri's gone. Kenzo's gone.
Yep.
Doink
Renee.
is gone. And Renee is gone.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about putting out the Big Show very quickly?
He has... Let me have a look here. I don't want to, because if you look at number 6, I don't want that to happen anytime soon.
Okay. Could we just scrap that and make it somebody else?
Sure.
Because
yes.
this kind of works really well with what I need for 14.
Okay, go for it then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Big Show's, he's been laying out everybody. He's just literally walking in a circle as different people, run at him. And then being the one smart guy, the noted smart man, Eddie Guerrero's like, wait a minute. Why don't we all get him at the same time? And Big Show is like, oh god, oh fuck.
I wasn't expecting this.
Oh shit, they teamed up. God damn it, my one weakness. When there's more than one of you. The whole group of Cena, what is it? Cena, Jindrak.
Is this everyone left in?
Yeah, it's everybody left in. They're just
Shawn, Eddie, Booker, Carlito, Mark, Jindrak, the coach. Oh, coach isn't there.
Coach can fucking, from, outside, pull on Big Show. Try to pull him out. Maybe Coach is the guy who gets it fully over, finally. Jonathan Coachman eliminated the Big Show.
And then Big Show can, kick him while he's still outside the ring, and Coach can, roll back
under the ring. But everybody's spent. They've just used all their energy in the world eliminating the world's largest athlete. And the countdown starts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Buzzer goes off. And nothing happens. All right, that's weird. All the dudes in the ring are still down. What do we do? Huh? Where is number 14? What the hell is going on? And suddenly from the crowd, some dude just hops the fucking barricade. And security just lets him. They just let him go in. They just let him walk in.
Jesus.
And he grabs a microphone. And he's not going to stand in the ring, because that's kind of where all the bodies are, and that's kind of yikes. Maybe he can go up to the Raw announce desk and stand on there. And he says, hello, everybody. I'm somewhat apologetic that I had to disrupt this Royal Rumble match. My name is Muhammad Hassan. I, like you, am and always have been an American. That's how I thought of myself, as an American. This and many other great sporting events, I think, to a certain degree, embody America. It's a group of people who have almost nothing in common with each other, coming together to believe in something, to believe in a team and an idea, maybe just one superstar. That's how I'd always thought it was, but that all changed for me on 9/11. That's literally how they say it in his actual promo. He's just like, so 9/11. I'm like, wow, really? Whoa. I'm like, they don't even say September 11th or something like that, or like the attacks. No, it's just like 9/11. I'm like, wow, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He says that changed how I saw this country. I saw people turning on people who looked like me. Arab Americans. I saw family, friends, businesses go out of business. Shit, I shouldn't have used business twice, but whatever. I saw people that had been members of their community for as long as I'd known them suddenly being recluded and pushed away by true Americans. And I think some people might see that and they might get disheartened. But instead, this is where I found my and the clock starts running down, okay, 10, 9, 8, and Hassan looks up at it and says, "Oh, I'll wait. And number 15 comes out, and it's the Hurricane Helms.
Stand back.
He goes down to the ring and he's like, oh, nobody else has gotten up yet. Oh.
And he goes and just tries to push him, Mark Jindrak.
Yeah, push Mark Jindrak. Yep, I like it. Hassan says, I saw those people be rejected by their society, and I saw it for what it truly was. It was 2 counts of weakness. Weakness on the part of America, and weakness on the part of Arab Americans. I took that, and I ran with it as far as it would take me. And I understand that this may not be the best time to be telling you my life story. So I'll leave it at this. I'm going to come back here tomorrow. I have some ideas. If somebody would like to hear me out, I'd appreciate it. And Hassan flips the microphone and just gets down and leaves through the crowd again. Huh.
Oh my.
What the hell was that? Anyways, back to the Royal Rumble. Jesus Christ.
When he flicks the microphone, it hits a barely conscious Coach on the head. He rolls back under the ring.
Coach is like, oh. He just whips it at Coach. Just whips the mic at him. Coach is like, oh, my eye! Rolls back under the ring. People are beginning to stir in the ring now, finally. Shawn is still not on his feet. Eddie is getting there. Booker's mostly up. But yeah, the fighting in the ring has continued as the crowd is like completely disinterested in what the fuck's going on in the ring. They're all just like,
at some point,
the fuck was that?
At some point when nobody's really watching, Cena does a power spot and Jindrak goes over the top.
Yeah, and you can hear the muttering in the crowd. Like, it's not cheering or booing. Like, it's just people seriously wondering what the fuck that just was. Who the fuck was that guy? What the hell was he talking about? You talking about 9/11? What the fuck? Anyways.
Towards the end of the muttering, Helms also goes over the top from Cena.
And the timer expires, and number 16 comes to the ring. Ain't no stopping me. Now.
Shelton Benjamin with his corner man, Charlie Haas.
Yep. Charlie's got a towel. He's like fanning. He's fanning on Shelton. Yep. He's like, fuck yeah, Shelton. We're doing it. It's our time.
He's got to compete with a red-hot John Cena who's in the ring.
Hell yeah, that's a cool-ass stare down, Cena and Shelton. But there is no stare down because instead of staring down, Shelton springboards in and leaps at Cena with a big-ass clothesline.
They go back and forth, big athletic spots, until Cena, who is on fire right now, seems to toss Shelton over the top rope. But Shelton hangs on. And he skins the cat and gets back into the ring.
Cool spot would be, since Charlie's his corner man, when Shelton's over like that and hanging onto the ropes, Charlie comes by and squirts water into his mouth.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't touch him, he doesn't like help him or anything, but he's like, Shelton, you can do it! You can do it, Shelton!
Sprays water in his mouth, it's like, come on, push through it! And Shelton's like, fuck yeah! Fucking pulls himself back into the ring, he's like, fuck yeah! And then the pushing resumes. I love it. I like having a go-to term for just when nothing's happening in the Rumble. They're just all kind of pushing.
They're doing those things, where they've got them like halfway over.
Yeah,
the
it's
rope
like, maybe no, never mind. Never mind.
And then out comes Orlando Jordan, the chief of staff.
Big booze. Fuck Orlando Jordan.
Orlando just like, yeah, okay.
Orlando's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I like to think Orlando gets in the ring and just immediately joins the pushing. No spots for you. Yeah. No entrance spots for you.
And obviously, because Hassan, we would have massaged the timer so he got a little bit of extra time. That means we can run these next few a bit quicker. So, for example, about 20 seconds after Jordan, we could probably get Lance.
Send Lance out. Lance books it to the ring.
And then he joins in on the pushing. Actually, I think Lance could probably, before 19 comes out, we'll just dump Lance. So Shelton can him over.
I was about to say, big drop kick from Shelton gets out Lance. And so who do we have in here? We have Shawn.
We have Eddie, Booker, Carlito, Jonathan Coachman is under the ring, John Cena, Shelton Benjamin, and Orlando Jordan.
Oh, okay. Pretty decent group then.
Yeah, I'd be trying to get rid of the Drek if we don't need them for something.
I appreciate it.
But speaking of people who aren't Drek,
Booyaka!
Rey Mysterio, arguably the best wrestler of 2004. He won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. He won the Cruiserweight Championship. He won the WWE Tag Team Championships. He did do that, right? He won the tag team titles with someone. I think so. And yes. He won I don't think he did actually, but he won all 3 singles titles. He won the US title as well at the end of the year. So big year for Rey Mysterio. Is he going to be capped with a Royal Rumble win? Well, he gets in the ring. Everything's exciting. He's drop kicking. He's doing big athletic spots. And what is looking obvious at this point is that Carlito is out of his depth. Carlito is getting ganged up on by all of the baby faces. Carlito has multiple times been thrown over and had to squirm his way back in, use the apple spit, using his nails,
One time he lands on Coach, who's trying to get back up and pushes him on the ground. Coach is like, oh, fuck, and rolls back under the ring.
Yep. And it looks like Carlito is absolutely fucked until...
my brain, so like you kind of slightly cut out, so all I heard was like the first part of it, and I was like, I thought that was his theme for some reason. I was like, and then I just realized, oh, that was the buzzer. Billy beep, I don't remember. Kurt Angle.
It's Kurt Angle, everybody, who also won a WWE Championship last year.
He did. Kurt hits the ring and just starts fucking tossing dudes. Not out of the ring, but
just
around.
Across the ring.
Yeah, across the ring.
And he picks Carlito up and he taps him on the shoulder. He's like, all right, boy. You're all right, kid. Need you in here with me. And then he looks across the ring from his new protege to his old one, as the only man who has yet to be tossed is Shelton Benjamin.
Hell yeah. Kurt can even like wave off Carlito. Be like, yeah, you go be with the pushing. This one's mine. I like to think the two of them just start grappling, like genuinely just grappling. Like they forget about the Rumble partially, and it's just a student trying to show up his teacher and the teacher trying to put the student back in his place, and the two of them are just fucking grappling at each other. And then eventually we can break that and like do some cool shit with maybe like Angle attempts to maybe Angle could try to like do some suplex thingy and Shelton could like kick his arm away or something like that. They could just go back and forth, get some fun things.
I like to think about in the middle of it. Kurt throws Shelton over. Shelton, like, it does a little skin the cat, not a super athletic one, much less than earlier. But Kurt will walk away and, like, dust his hands as he does it. And then Shelton will get up behind him and say, I'm still here. And then push Kurt over the top rope. And then Shelton will walk away and dust his hands as if to show, they're very similar people.
Yeah.
And Kurt will skin the cat and get back up. And then they'll go back to what you were saying in the grappling match. But after a few close calls, eventually Kurt throws him over. And this time Shelton hangs on, but Kurt knows to finish the job. And he punches down on those arms that are on the ropes, and Shelton just can't hold on, much to Charlie's dismay.
Yeah, Shelton lands on the outside and looks at Charlie, and Charlie just, pats him on the back. It's all right, gives him the towel and stuff like that. And then from the ring, Carlito fucking spits apple down at them.
That's not cool.
Fucking Carlito, man. Fucking Carlito. I hope somebody gets him.
I hope so, too.
Number 21?
I wanted to do here? Maybe. Okay. Oh, that's what I want. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, go ahead with number 21.
Number 21. It's the new Intercontinental Champion, William Regal. Oh my god. Jesus, I just had a heart attack.
What happened?
My neighbor's cat looked at me through the window that I have open. I just looked up and was like, fuck! That's gonna be on the VOD too. It's gonna be in the episode. I love it. All right, at least I got scared for content.
Hell yeah, dude.
Regal, he's here.
He's here. He's tired, but he's ready to rumble. And he gets in there, and he goes back and forth. He's battling. He's brawling. He's a street fighter. And look who has just gotten back in the ring. It's Jonathan Coachman.
Oh, my.
And William Regal hasn't noticed. Nobody has noticed. And as Regal is going to town on someone in the corner, from behind, Jonathan Coachman reaches down and tosses Regal, the Intercontinental Champion, over the top rope.
Oh my. So we have Shawn, Eddie, Booker,
Carlito, Coachman, Cena, Jordan, Mysterio, and Angle. And now, immediately after that, though, Coach is going to laugh very, very animatedly at Regal, who is there staring at him, shaking his head. And then from behind, Carlito dunks Coachman over the top rope.
Hooray! Wait, hooray?
I don't know.
And then?
And then we have number 22.
A theme plays. I don't, he doesn't have the good one, so it's just like...
He has the Evolution version.
Yeah, like...
I like that version.
Yep, I like it too. It's just not, I walk alone, that's all.
Absolutely. He gets into the ring. He does the fired up thing. He Batista bombs Orlando Jordan. And he tosses him over the top rope.
Goddamn.
He looks around. He goes toe to toe with Shawn Michaels as they go back and forth. And then Kurt Angle gets involved, and there's a lot of brawling going on. And then Carlito tries to get involved, but then Shawn finally tosses Carlito over the top rope.
Get fucked, Carlito, you piece of shit.
There's a big brawl. Everyone's left downed. Some people are in the corners. Some people are in the middle of the ring posts, in the middle of the ropes. But there are 4 people. There's one person in each of the 4 corners of the ring, still standing, staring at each other. Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Batista are the only men on their feet at the moment, staring at each other when number 23 hits.
And the lights go out.
And a spotlight appears on Tori Wilson on the stage, who introduces everybody to the greatest cruiserweight champion of all time, the new and reborn Chris Jericho.
And we have to time the countdown to the countdown in his theme. 5, 4,
Which is now, of course, the king of my world.
Hell yeah.
He comes down to the ring with a new haircut from even the one we saw on SmackDowns. A very, very, very flamboyant outfit. And he gets into the center of the ring. And he looks around and he stares around. And he just goes... And we look down to Tori Wilson, who has come to ringside, who has acquired a steel chair.
Oh, my.
And she throws it to Jericho, and he starts going to town on the four people who were standing. Steel chair to Michaels, steel chair to Batista, steel chair to Kurt Angle, steel chair to the other guy. I think it was Eddie Guerrero.
It was.
Blasting them over and over again. This is not the Chris Jericho we used to know. This isn't even the cruiserweight Chris Jericho, who was a bit of an asshole, but was still a lovable rogue. This is a vicious, cruel Chris Jericho, and he is here to dominate. And as he stands above the pile of corpses, the countdown hits, and another surprise entrant appears.
Wait, it can't be. No, he's
dead.
Oh my God. It's Mark Henry.
The last time we saw him, Cole says, he was in a coffin thrown into the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, and Henry comes to the ring, and he's got his eyes on one man.
The only man who's still standing.
It's Chris Jericho.
Jericho tries to hit him with the chair, but the chair bends.
What? Amazing.
And then Henry grabs the chair off of him, and he just crushes it in his hand.
Snaps it in half.
He picks Jericho up. World's strongest slam. He picks a limp cruiserweight champion up. And Jericho is gone.
Bang. So Mark Henry, he's feeling pretty good, obviously. He's back. He's in the ring. He's looking at Jericho. My back hurt. He's looking at Chris Jericho, who's just been eliminated, and he's shooing him and Tori Wilson off. And he turns around, and he locks eyes with Batista.
Oh, yeah.
And the two muscle boys look at each other's muscles, and they flex each other's muscles. They flex each other's muscles. Wow. And they brawl. And they brawl. And they brawl. And then the brawling stops, as it has become pushing. Shame.
The middle of the ring is cleared. As I think, we should do number 25.
Sure. Number 25 comes out. It is Chuck Palumbo of the FBI. Oh, shit, wait. That means Stan Boldy's also somewhere in here. Oh my God, the FBI have really good fucking numbers. Where the hell? It's
all in the connections.
Crazy. Yeah, Chuck Palumbo comes to the ring. He's also a very big man.
But he also just joins in with the pushing.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But the middle of the ring is now cleared for two old friends to enter it. And that is Shawn Michaels and Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
actually, let me just check something over before I do this angle. Yep, sure. That all looks good. Yep. They shake hands, nod at each other, maybe do a small bow before engaging in some high-stakes flippery as they go back and forth with the good old Graps dream match as the crowd goes crazy.
Woo!
And then, almost from out of nowhere, Mysterio hits Shawn with a dropkick, and Shawn goes over the top rope, but he just hangs on, and he's slipping, and he's like, no, it's my destiny. It's my destiny. And then Mysterio just he does a low dropkick to his legs, and he goes face first into the apron and crumples on the outside.
The entire arena falls silent. That's how much they love Shawn Michaels. They go completely silent. Hold on here. I gotta make sure I don't have to turn a light on. No, lighting's okay, cool. Just because the sun has set now.
Yeah, everyone's crazy. Shawn is like looking up at the arena lights.
Yeah.
Kind of concussed because he just goes face kicked in.
Yeah, and Shawn just kind of like he clearly, like, he's feeling himself. He's feeling himself. God damn it! No. He's got his hands. He's looking at his hands, and he's not. Why am I so violent? He's like, where the fuck am I? And he's like,
at this point, Charles Robinson comes by and says, "Shawn, you gotta go."
And he's like, oh, thanks, Charles. And Shawn gets up and goes to slide back into the ring.
No, but Charles pulls him back and says, "Shawn, you've been eliminated. You gotta go." He points to the back.
Shawn's like, no, that's not true.
You gotta go, Shawn. You've been eliminated.
I went under the ropes. I went under. Ask anybody. Ray, I went under.
Sorry, Holmes.
What? No, John? And John is, like, being, like, attacked in the corner by, like, Kurt Angle. He's like, what? Replay, Shawn says.
Okay, and then Charles does the VAR symbol, and we look at the replay of Shawn being thrown
on the big Titantron as Shawn looks at it and watches him get thrown out, and Shawn's like,
oh, you're lying, Charles! And he's just pulling him by his shirt.
Where did you get that? Did he put you up to this? Did he put you up to this?
Ray will come over to the ropes and be like, Shawn, you gotta calm down. We went over this in the summer. You gotta calm down, Shawn. And then out of nowhere, Batista dunks Mysterio over the top rope as well.
Onto Shawn.
Yeah, onto Shawn as well.
And so Shawn kind of comes to and just shoves Mysterio off of him. He's fucking
Shawn,
pissed.
are you okay? You gotta stop doing this, Shawn. I thought we fixed this.
Shawn just walks away.
And then Ray will look at the WrestleMania sign and his Royal Rumble themed gear and then walk off peacefully.
Waste of fucking money.
At this point, we've missed Johnny Stamboli coming down, and he's already joined in on the pushing. But immediately after that, Batista will dunk both of the FBI.
I'm gonna say, yeah, they both try to, like, eye up Batista, and they're like, hey, this big fucking tough guy, eh? There's two of us and one of you. And Batista just running double clotheslines both of them out.
There's only room for two continental big guys, not continental, ethnic big guys in this.
They both just get clotheslined out, and they're like, oh, fuck. We really fucked that one up, didn't we? God damn it. And
so we are left with Eddie Guerrero, Booker T, John Cena, Kurt Angle, Batista, and Mark Henry.
Holy fucking shit. Oh, and here comes number 27.
And it's a big one.
Viva La Raza.
But Eddie's already in the match.
It's Chavo! It's Chavo. Look at him. He's over there.
Ooh, Chavo.
Yeah, Chavo can come down to the ring and... I mean, he probably should see his uncle for the first time since I don't know how long, but...
Eddie with that mean expression, that angry expression. He looks at the young man that Chavo has become, and he gives him a big smile, and they hug.
And
the Chavo goes and gets into the pushing.
I was gonna say, no, the two of them are like they're talking, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? There's like Eddie's like trying to watch over his shoulder, and he's like, you know what I mean? Like, are we doing this together? You know what I mean? Chavo's like, I mean, I'm completely fresh. I can, you know what I mean? I can keep dudes off of you for a little bit. It can be me and you. We can like go for this really. And Eddie's like, yeah, okay, that's probably a good idea. I mean, I don't know where the fuck Chris is or when the fuck Chris is gonna get out here, but I mean, it's gonna be probably pretty soon, right? Sure, Chavo, you just try to buy me some time for a minute. I'll catch my breath. And like just as he's about to say that, just gotta make sure. Yeah, Kurt Angle just grabs him. Like, he just grabs Eddie Guerrero by the waist and German suplexes him out of the ring and onto the floor.
Oh my god. Oh. That's Eddie God.
Yeah, and Chavo's like, oh, fuck.
So then Chavo and Kurt go at it.
Yep.
Eventually, Booker T gets involved as well.
Yes.
And let's do 28, but I have a bit to how that's going to end.
Okay, the countdown stops. And it's Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit, who was not in this event last year because of an injury, gets his opportunity for redemption.
At 28 too, good number.
Good number. One of the more frequent ones around this period. And he gets into the ring, starts brawling, but the real story is still the Kurt Angle, Booker T, and Chavo Guerrero kind of melee that is going on at the moment. And Kurt manages to kind of elbow Chavo, falls back to the corner, it becomes just Kurt and Booker, and then eventually Kurt manages to get Booker T over the top rope, making John Cena the longest running person in this current Rumble. Booker is shocked, he's upset, and he's disappointed. But not as much as Theodore Long, who at this point comes down to the ring. Seeing that Kurt Angle has eliminated Eddie Guerrero and Booker T in quick succession, he is worried.
Oh, no.
And he gets to the edge of the ring and he shouts at Kurt, "Kurt, I don't know what kind of banana republic you got going on in this Rumble, but you better listen to me right now." And Kurt looks very confused. He's like, "What?
Bananas."
Bananas. Teddy, it's a match. Look, I know we have our problems here, okay? And he goes over to kind of have a chat with him. And then from behind, Chavo Guerrero gets his revenge.
There we go.
And dubs Kurt over the top rope.
I was hoping you'd get where I was going with that, but
cool.
I was also just kind of accepting of like, whatever, Kurt can get out Eddie and then brawl with Chavo. I'm cool with that. But yes, we came full circle. Hell yeah.
Also, I noticed that I had fucked up the Kurt elimination, and hopefully that's a decent fix.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'd also noticed that. I was like, fuck. I was like, Kurt's still here. What the hell else was there? Oh no, maybe it was just that. I don't know. Yeah, I noticed something.
Eliminate Booker. My original plan for Booker was maybe Chavo and have a fun moment there, but I think this worked out better.
Number 29.
Ladies.
Batista's like, hey, wait a minute. I think I got ripped off.
No, that's Flair, who's still at ringside.
Rick's like, God fucking damn it, Val!
You're always playing an angle, Val.
I was like, it's like 7 spots, man. Fucking relax, all right? Fucking relax. It's like, it's nothing. It's nothing. You won't fucking notice it. Yeah, you really fucking won't. Val Venus gets in the ring, lasts maybe 10 seconds, and Mark Henry just fucking tosses him. God damn.
At which point, a fresh and competitive Chris Benoit gets into a long-standing brawl with Mark Henry before power spotting him over the top rope.
Wow, so we're left down to
Benoit, Chavo, Batista, John Cena. 4 men.
And they each kind of take note of each other, take a corner, you know what I mean? As number 30, the countdown ends.
There's only one man it could be.
We already knew who it was, really. If you watch the fucking TVs, watch the TVs. Twitch.tv/MattSediro. It's Randy Orton.
I mean, numbers show that people do tend to watch the TVs.
Oh, there you go. So watch the TVs if you've not been.
On VOD, not necessarily live. It's like Raw, you know? Yep. In this modern era, a lot of people watch it on catch-up, you know?
Yeah, Randy Orton comes to the ring. He's definitely in no rush to get down there, that's for sure. I mean, those guys are all waiting for him. he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, none of them really like Randy Orton.
Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck.
Although John Cena hasn't had much interaction with Randy Orton. They could be friends.
He's like, wait, aren't you the guy who attacked me last year at this event? And Orton's like, oh no, yeah, I really don't have any friends. Look. Oh,
hey,
God.
Chavo. Hello, Chavo.
Chavo, I don't know you. I know your uncle. I hate him.
Offers a hand to Chavo.
Do you also hate your uncle?
Chavo goes to take the hand, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Randy, I've never met you before." And as Chavo goes to shake Orton's hand, he RKOs. Never trust me.
Yeah, so we've got Mark. Is Mark Henry still here?
Mark Henry gone. He went out by Benoit. So we've literally got Batista, Cena, Benoit, Orton, and Chavo Guerrero.
I was completely good at keeping track until right at the end here, when. Okay, cool. What's the order?
Well, I know who's going next. Do you want me to just say it, or
go ahead?
Okay, it's gonna be Chavo. I don't, and you know by who, but I thought maybe you could come up with how.
Yeah, okay. So Orton hits the RKO on Chavo, and Chavo's down. And the other three, that being Benoit, Cena, and Batista, are all like, "Oh, shit! Like that came out of nowhere. We should be cautious." And Chavo's kind of starting to come back to himself. And the four guys now that are standing are all still kind of trying to feel each other out. Nobody really knows what move to make. Nobody necessarily wants to be the first one to make the move until Benoit, being Benoit, makes the first move. He
Yeah.
grabs Orton's shoulder and starts to try to work him down to the mat through the shoulder. So, like, he pushes the shoulder down, pushes the arm up, and kind of starts putting his weight down on the back to put Orton down. And then Orton slips his arm out, grabs Chris Benoit's neck, and RKO's him.
Who's next? Orton says, turning to the other two.
Batista and Cena are. Cena says to Batista, we've probably got a better chance if we both go at him right now. Batista's like,
Batista thinks about that for a moment and says,
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Orton will actually go at Batista, and Cena will come over and try to help Batista. Like, he's like, "Oh shit! All right, yeah, we gotta deal with this guy."
Some pushing.
There is much pushing. Chavo gets back up, and Orton breaks away from the pushing that is happening in the corner, and spies Chavo, who's just barely gotten his bearings back, and Orton can just kind of push him over. Just get out, go, leave.
At this point, Teddy Long, who is still at ringside, starts to realize that there are 3 Raw members in the final 4, and that he may have made a mistake as he helps Chavo to the back.
And
so we've got 4 men left.
Yeah, and the one SmackDown guy is
John Cena.
John Cena. Okay.
Didn't get to compete in last year's Rumble.
He did not.
Neither did Chris Benoit, who's also in this final 4. Randy Orton did get to compete by virtue of getting Cena fucked, but did not. Unfortunately, lost out in the end to Eddie Guerrero. And I think Batista was in last year's Rumble, but I don't remember him doing much.
No, I don't either.
But he's done a lot today, Batista. He eliminated both members of the FBI. He eliminated Rey Mysterio. He eliminated Orlando Jordan. He's got 4 eliminations.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. So having freshly eliminated Chavo, Orton is rushed from behind by Batista, who just looks to just hammer Orton. Orton kind of sees it coming, ducks out of the way. Batista bounces up against the ropes, so then Orton can then hit him in the back of the head with an elbow of his own, in which Benoit then comes by and grabs Orton by the gut and pulls him over for a massive German suplex. Orton fucking flies across the fucking ring, hits the ground. Cena gets up and starts grappling with Benoit, because now they're the 2 guys standing. Batista works his way back up to his feet. They do a bit of, trade off the dance partner type thing, depending on which guy goes down, depending on the punches. Orton gets back up, runs in, delivers an RKO to John Cena out of nowhere. He then attempts to RKO Batista, who just shoves Orton off of him. Batista's got the clear power advantage. And then Orton says, fuck it, why not? Goes for broke one more time and leaps up at Benoit, who catches Orton. Orton's stuck in the elevated position for the RKO. And Benoit looks at Batista and says, be a man. And Batista goes, oh shit, okay. And takes Orton from Benoit, because Orton's kind of elevated, into a powerbomb position. Powerbombs Orton. Lifts him up. Benoit runs him out of the ring. And Cena gets back to his feet. And we're down to 3.
3 young. Well, 2 young. superstars, and Chris Benoit, who is a former world champion. He beat Triple H. I think there was a Fatal 4-Way as well.
Yeah, there was.
With Orton and Shawn Benjamin, maybe. Or maybe, I think it was maybe a triple threat. Either way, he's won a lot of big matches this year. And he's just exercised the demon that is Randy Orton, which is probably his most recent high-profile loss. The other two guys are fresh. Neither of them have won world titles before. One Raw guy, one SmackDown guy. You know, very different careers, very different paths to the business. One guy, Batista, very much associated with his organization, with Evolution.
Oh my!
Which he has learned. If you need to go, I can.
Give me a second.
Yeah, very much associated with his organization. He has gone through the business. He has learned everything. He has learned. He has learned everything he knows from Triple H and Ric Flair. Now, questions still remain about whether he knows everything that Triple H and Ric Flair know. But one thing is for certain, the man Batista is today is very much beholden to those two individuals and the opportunities they have provided to him. John Cena is different. John Cena is his own made man. Every opportunity John Cena has gotten, he has made for himself. And tonight, now, we have two very fresh superstars, and they're going to be tested by the benchmark, by the meter stick, by the man. Chris Benoit. Now, there are some guys who might be considered better total packages, better superstars, right? Guys like Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. But in terms of a wrestler, when he's on his day, Chris Benoit, he's hard to beat. He's got a lot of problems, a lot of issues getting to the title every now and then. He's not always wrestling on the main event. But if he was, you can guarantee he'd be one of the best of all time. He lost to Orton. It takes a lot to put that back together, right? But if he puts a run together, he could be one of those guys at the very top. And Batista and John Cena have to do a lot to get through that.
Yeah, and so we're going to start this off. Chris Benoit's always the guy who makes the first move. He's got that confidence, man. He's done this before.
Maybe that's why on this occasion, Batista should make the first move. He's been learning from Chris Benoit.
He
He's
could.
been watching, seeing.
He could, but also
Evolving.
no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, all right, fuck it. Batista, you know what I mean? Since Cena and Batista have both just seen Benoit eliminate Orton, Batista takes the opportunity and delivers a massive spine buster to John Cena. Bang! And now it's Benoit, and it's Batista. And historically, Benoit's had no problem with Batista. Like, Batista is always outworked by Benoit because big man, small brain, wrap him up in knots. Batista this time, however...
Get that one win.
Batista this time, however, isn't going to play Benoit's game. So, Batista goes to do some sort of power move to Benoit. Benoit attempts to kind of maybe leech off, maybe to try to get him to a chicken wing or something like that, some kind of submission hold. And Batista just, using all his strength, rips himself out of it and turns back around and faces Benoit. Benoit's like, okay. Benoit goes to pick the leg of Batista, and maybe he does. Maybe he gets Batista down to the ground, starts maybe feeding him some rights, you know what I mean? But Batista, again, he's going to use that strength, man. He's going to slowly power himself out and maybe backdrop Benoit off of his back. That would make sense. So it's really Batista and Benoit kind of checking each other, but in the exact same sense, the fact that Batista is able to check Benoit at all is the takeaway. He's very clearly focused on this. But eventually, the veteran experience of Benoit does indeed pay off. Instead of going for a submission, Benoit works Batista to the ground and just starts giving him headbutts. Just fucking headbutt. Fuck. Like, yes, hello, cat. How are you doing? All right. Headbutt. A lot of headbutts. It's really concerning. Batista's gonna hang out for a little bit over there in the corner, okay? Cena's back up to his feet, and Benoit says, you know what, I tried with that big fucker, you're probably just as stupid. I mean, look at you. So, Benoit goes over to Cena, and just very quickly grabs the arm, starts to work him down, easy as it can be. He's gonna lock him in the crossface, and then toss Cena's limp body over. Benoit goes to work Cena down to the ground, and Cena doesn't move. Benoit's like, okay, never mind. Switches up the position, starts to work Cena down to the ground. Cena doesn't move. Benoit's like, okay. Benoit takes out the leg of Cena. He finally gets Cena down to the ground, at least. Now he maybe cinches the leg, starts to work up towards the arm, moves his leg over his arm, starts to lock in the crossface. All right, cool, nice and easy. Cena moves one hand and just springs up, and all of a sudden Benoit is on Cena's shoulders. And Benoit's like, wait, what the fuck? And gets thrown over the top rope. And Benoit, hits the ground, kind of springs up, pushes himself kind of off, and looks up at Cena and is like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god, what the hell? Benoit, instead of leaving, takes a steel chair, opens it up, places it down, and sits and watches. And we're down to 2. We're going to go 5 minutes. It's these two just going back and forth. Cena shows off his incredible power. Batista shows off his incredible power. Cena's is more impressive than Dave's, but Dave is a big fucking wrecking ball. Cena might be better at just pure strength, but when Dave gets moving, that's his thing. He's a big man, but he's not a big man. He's not like Big Show. He doesn't have to lumber around. Batista can run. He can sprint. He can just, tackle you. Big spear to Cena at one point. Cena can fire back with the 5-knuckle shuffle when he thinks he's got it in the bag. Because, fuck him. Why not? Cena's feeling good about himself. The two engage in the pushing. My god, the pushing. There's so much of the pushing. Until eventually, they start the pushing near the ropes, and they start to go over, and they're both on the apron, and they're just pushing. They're pushing each other. They're now pushing to get back into the ring, and they do. They get back into the ring, and they continue pushing. And oh my god, there's so much fucking pushing. Until eventually, they start to gain some momentum. And Cena's on the back of it. And Cena realizes, oh god, I have to redirect this or else I'm going straight over. And Cena does his best to move Batista in the corner, but he just can't. Batista, with all his strength and all his power, pushes John Cena over the top rope, and they both go over. But they're both hanging there. They're both just barely staying alive. And Cena, who's been in here since number 11, summons all his strength to pull himself back into the ring. And his arms give out. And he falls back and hits the ground. And Batista is able to hold on just that second longer he needs before finally releasing himself and collapsing at ringside.
Looking longingly up at the WrestleMania sign.
Dave Batista has won the Royal Rumble. Yeah, so this is not the end of the show. We got more stuff. It's Ultra Kane!
That's right, folks, because if you thought that was exciting, just you wait for the Battle of the Titans!
Ultra Kane!
The Ultra Kane! The record world heavyweight champion, the one who's won it the most. I think it's 4 times.
4.
He is one of the greatest of all time. Raw's icon, the sensation, Triple H taking on Ultra Kane, who needs no introduction. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ringside because Michael Cole helped commentate the Rumble. We've got another guest here for our main event. It's Taz, who explains, listen, we're not just dealing with Kane here. We're not just dealing with a good Kane, a great Kane, Super Kane, Mega Kane. All right? We're talking about Ultra Kane. That's 5 different people. All right, JR, Jerry? We're talking about Kane, Mortis, Fury. All right? Triple H is in a 3-on-1 handicap match. That gives him a 25% chance of winning for the World Heavyweight Championship. And let's not forget, these are supernatural monsters. That modifies the odds. But if anyone can do it, it's Triple H. I think this is good.
There you go, Taz. There you go. Hey, it's time to play the game.
It is time to play the game.
Main event. Well, yeah, I'll be damned.
They don't really have that much chemistry. Otherwise, it would have been match of the year.
Match of the year, eh?
And, this is a great match. It had great heat and good wrestling as these two just go at it. Triple H comes down in jeans, a vest, his taped hands. He comes down in a very slim motorcycle. We're not talking about the big, over-extravagant ones. No, this is his own personal chopper. And he's coming down to kick some ass. No theatrics here, except he still does the thing with the water bottle because, he has to.
Yeah,
but otherwise, no theatrics. He still does the pose up in the the corner. But otherwise, no theatrics as he kisses the belt one last time. And he gives it away to the referee. And these two go at it, back and forth, giants trading bombs, until eventually Triple H lands a big knee to Ultra Kane's face, and he falls to the ground, and he does the big pose, and the crowd go, yeah, Triple H! And pop, the roof comes off the place as that happens, and then Triple H is picking Kane up for the pedigree when Kane just kicks Triple H in the dick.
Oh, no.
Ding, ding, ding. Match is over.
Oh,
it's over.
Fucking
what an unclimactic finish.
Terrible.
They're going to have to do a rematch at Mania. That's what everyone's thinking.
The only way.
The only way. And out comes Eric Bischoff, who says, I was looking forward to this match, just like I think these fans here in Fresno. And I don't think that's a great way to finish it. You two need to give us the Clash of the Titans that we've all been waiting for by any means necessary. So as Raw GM, I think controversy creates cash. So this match will be restarted. And it is now a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Hooray.
And these guys brawl to the back where they eventually get to where the one limo and the plane is. JBL's limo has left the building. And Kane does his little hand thing, and he just sets all the planes on fire. And the limo on fire. Explodes. And he throws Triple H off of like a little raised platform in the parking lot. And everyone's like gasping. It's like, oh God, is he okay?
He murdered him.
Okay? And then you see as Kane's hands start to crackle with lightning.
Oh no.
And then Rhino gores him.
What?
That's the only way to stop the lightning.
It's true.
It's true. Rhino gores him right off of the raised platform. And everybody's like, are they both dead? At which point they both appear back at ringside, brawling to the ring where this must end. Even though it's Falls Count Anywhere. Triple H gets a lead pipe, and he smacks Kane with it, and he just laughs at him. Kane goes, I'm Ultra Kane! Kane punches him in the
goblin,
face.
is he? My.
That's the Mortis part of him.
I'm Mortis. I'm Ultra Kane.
Ultra Kane.
Ultra
And
Kane.
then Triple H looks at the lead pipe, the blooded lead pipe in his hands, and he says, This isn't enough. I need a weapon that's more powerful. And he looks to Ric Flair at ringside, who's got this big grin on his face as he's holding underneath his chin a sledgehammer. And he slides the sledgehammer into the ring, and Kane, on his last breath, smiles a bloody smile at Triple H as he clobbers him in the face with the sledgehammer. 1, 2, 3. The monster has been vanquished. This one's all you.
All right. Ric Flair, who's already been established to be at ringside, gets into the ring, starts celebrating with Triple H, and Triple H is helped to his feet. He's working on pure adrenaline there at the end. And he's looking around, and he gets his belt, and Batista's theme hits. And Batista comes down to the ring, and Triple H turns and looks at him. Triple H is like, oh God, oh God, oh God, please.
It's finally happening.
Yeah,
I've had dreams about
this is it. This is how I die. Like, this is how I die. And Batista gets in the ring, and he looks at Ultra Kane, or what remains of Ultra Kane.
A pile of ash.
Yeah, it's like the mask like blows into the wind, and like it's like, I'll be back. And it's like, oh, what the hell was that? And he looks at Triple H. He looks at Ric Flair.
Looks at the WrestleMania sign.
And he looks at the WrestleMania sign past Triple H. And he looks at the belt on Triple H's shoulder. And stares into the eyes of Triple H. Raises his hand. Pats him on the shoulder where the title is. Gives him a thumbs up. And then raises Triple H's hand. And the last shot is of Batista raising Triple H's hand, with Triple H looking fucking bewildered at Batista. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
And Flair clapping delighted that everything...
Yay! Everybody's happy! Alright, we gotta... First of all, we have to give Doug some credit here.
True, actually. I think we should give JBL some credit as well.
Alright, I'm good. I'm good with that. And
I guess Batista has to be talked to.
Yeah, we'll give you a hug, Dave. It's your big moment. Well, and there's the Royal Rumble, 94. It's pretty good.
I had fun. I hope you guys did too.
Alright, cool. Are we just good to cut the recording now?
That just tends to be how we do it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Next one.